So the most common standing choke that I see everybody doing, gi and no gi, is the guillotine. Pretty simple choke. You can start from a wrestling tie-up, or you can start from a traditional kind of judo grip, or you can do whatever it is that you normally do. You can shoot and then try to move up, right? If I grab here and I grab here, I just have to give them a pull and then shoot this arm this way. Entangle here, right? I like to grab my uniform and I can choke him from here. Does that make sense? I can tie this up and I can choke him from here. I can grab my hands into a gable grip or an S grip. I can lock here and I can make all those work from the standing position. It's a standing choke. We can jump into the guard if we want to, or we can throw him. So again, we start here, grab, and I got him. Okay? It's that easy. Pretty cool? I can't do this strong enough. Hips forward. Arch my back. Okay? Does that make sense? If you don't have a gi, grab the bicep. Tighten it up. If you're with a partner, new partner, find somebody else. Caleb goes in to make single leg, and I hook him up here and I just go down. Now I gotta tie up something. I can make half guard, or I can make the guard, however it is that I want. But when he grabs that leg, I dig deep and I start grabbing for this, so I grab the gable grip. He goes in, shoots up, I miss his head, I got him, and then I got him here. All right? I stretch my body out to choke. I'm here, I stretch this way, okay? You drop into the half guard, that's the way. If you jump guard, he might pick you up and slam you, just, you can spike you, okay? Same drill, he shoots in, you grab, dropping details, not getting the legs involved, right? Caleb goes to shoot, and I get my hand position. But then when I go down, I do nothing with my legs, he just walks around, right? Does that make sense? He could walk around to the outside, I would hop over and walk into side control, but if I'm doing nothing with my legs, I haven't entangled. Does that make sense? So again, while he's going to shoot, I'm looking for hand position. This is what I want. He's got the leg, right? I entangle. Now I own him. Okay? I do this. Let's say he hops other way. Let's say he hops all the way over. I got a headlock, but I can't choke him, right? Now he walks into north and south, right? Now watch. Now I got nothing, right? I've got nothing. So if you don't entangle the legs, if you don't at least get half guard or closed guard, if you get one of those two things, you really don't have the choke. Yeah? Sir. Again, get your partner. If they don't get the legs involved, just hop over. That's a good defense. I would practice that. He goes in to make single leg. This time, I'm just going to roll him, right? He goes in, I hook him up, I lift, I roll. Now I got the mount. I stretch him out, and I crank. Can we do that one? Sumagesh or Setsumiwaza, right? Essentially, I'm going to go here, kind of like I'm going to make a modified Tomonagi, okay? He's going for the leg, he's pretty low, right? I make myself small, I will him take the top. I'm going to go ahead and entangle this arm, entangle his legs, choke. Go! Talk about a modified guillotine. It's called Anaconda. It's similar to guillotine, but slightly different. I can do it standing, right? I start with my grip, just like I started for that one. I pull him down. Now once I get here, right, I'm gonna go and capture this other arm here, right? Now I gotta tighten all that up and grab my bicep. So it's kind of like the guillotine, but a triangle choke style with the arm across his neck. This is guillotine, get the arm, now you've got Anaconda, okay? Same sort of thing. I lift to make the choke. Can we do that one? This one is important to get to the next one, Darce. Okay? Standing choke, should be quick. Couple of reps, pull them down, hit the arm, grab your bicep. You should be in this position. Who thinks they can drop down into the guard or the half guard and make this thing work? Who thinks they can? All right, Caleb, grab a friend. You grab Billy. All right, here's the trick. Again, it's from the stand. He's going to drop down and get either guard or half guard, but he's going to work this Anaconda choke. Go ahead, make the grip, get into Anaconda quickly, and then just drop down. You got to entangle. If you don't entangle, you don't have it. But you got him. Stretch. Arch your back. There you go. You can do it on the side. You can do it all the way back. Do it again. Hand position is important. Yank him down, get to the position. Quick, drop. Hook that leg. All right, you went to the top that time. Nothing wrong with that. That works great. Pretty cool? All right, this time he's going to try to do it without entangling, and Billy's just going to walk right over him, right? So once he gets the choke set, he sits down. Billy should just walk around and escape easily. Doesn't that make sense? You see how important that entanglement is? Right? Without that, you've got to hook at least one leg to get the Anaconda, otherwise you don't have it. Cool? Anaconda, drop into guard or half guard. Okay, try not to, if you do jump guard, don't blow anybody's knees out. I typically grab it, and then I just sit down and I hook all the way down so that I'm not jumping guard. If you do jump guard, I'm not against that. Be careful with your partner's knees. But also, remember, if you jump guard, they can either drop on you or spike you into the mat backwards once you're off the ground. Hold them down, I think, is better. Somebody on Facebook or YouTube will probably disagree with me, but I like it better. Go. Makes the grip, he gets the Anaconda. Now he's going to sit, roll, take the top. Now, all he has to do is try not to kill him. All he has to do really is just kind of straighten his back up because he doesn't need to entangle. He's on top. Again. Make the hand position nice and smooth, nice and fast. Clean. Grab, sit. Roll him, take the top, and you own him. Can we do that? All right, get back with your partner. Ready? Let's try to look and see where the arm position really is in order to make this a choke and not a neck crank. Now, don't get me wrong. You like the neck crank? I love the neck crank, but there should be a definitional difference, right? So when I get here, let's just bend forward so that I can get to his neck. If I got him with my wrist bone across his neck, right? And he's not choking. Are you choking at all? When I do this, I'm going to bend his neck, which is going to be a neck crank. It's not the end of the world. So what I want to do is when I get in here, I want to get deep, right? I want to get deep so that I take all that out, right? Did you feel the difference? Yeah. All right, so when I go to make the throw, right, I get here, and I'm deep. See, I got my bicep is down across his neck, and I'm deep. This hand is deep here, right? Then when I go, if I can go here, but I want that deep. When I go to roll him, right, he feels no pain, right? I can choose to neck crank him or choke him, okay? If I roll him up, and I push down on his head, it's a neck crank. You feel the difference? So this is the neck crank. If you get your arm in there, right, and it's pushing, his chin goes down on your arm a little bit, you tighten up the space, you should get the choke. It's a small thing, but how deep you are matters. Give it a try. Anaconda into sacrifice throw. What's the difference between Anaconda and Darce? Anybody? Not you, Jennifer. You should know. Do you know? Left or right hands? Okay. Let's see. Come here, Dara. So when I set up guillotine, hold the head down, I just get the neck, right? When I go for Anaconda, I just get the neck, but then I add the arm. It's a head and arm throw, an inverted head and arm throw, or arm triangle essentially, right? Darce goes the opposite direction, right? He was saying it's the other hand. It is, assuming that you stick with it. So once I've got this is threaded like a needle, right? I send this back the other way. This is Anaconda. This one is Darce. Now notice how I'm now choking her. I've arm triangled her with my wrist on this side. So I'm here for Anaconda. Shoot this in right by my other arm, as tight as it'll go. Then I grab my tricep, move here. If I just want to choke her, I want to move this hand towards her neck this way. Okay? If I want to neck crank her, I don't, and I just start lifting, okay? Who cares? What's the difference between Darce and Anaconda in your opinion? Okay? Yes. So again, I'm choking with this part of my arm with Anaconda, but I'm choking with this part of my arm. It's a smaller surface area. Most people think Darce is more effective than Anaconda choke. Most people like this one better.
Especially for women, I think?
Really, for anybody. I mean, Tance's a big dude. If he puts that bone across the side of my neck, you know, it's going to shut off the blood to that side of my brain for sure. And if he tightens it up and my arm is against the other side, he'll put me out. Makes sense? All right. Get a friend, close in size. Anaconda, switch to Darce. Go.